People often ask me, is the LSAT really changing that much? The answer is an unequivocal yes. The LSAT has evolved dramatically over the past few years. We're seeing more frequent test dates, more accessible accommodations, and skyrocketing medians at T14 law schools. If you're studying for the LSAT in 2025, you need to understand these shifts or risk being left behind. First, for those who don't know me, my name is Steve Schwartz. I've been teaching the LSAT since 2005. I personally raised my score from a 152 to a 175, and I've guided thousands of students toward achieving their own dream scores. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 5 biggest trends shaping the LSAT and law school admissions in 2025. More importantly, I'll show you how to leverage these trends so you can stand out and secure the acceptance letters and scholarship offers you deserve. The first big trend, and probably the most important one, is LSAT score inflation. It's real and it's here to stay. T14 law schools are reporting record high medians, with many inching toward the high 170s for their 75th percentiles. Schools that once admitted students with scores in the 150s are now filling their seats with applicants scoring in the 160s. One driving force behind this phenomenon is the broader availability of testing accommodations like extra time or additional breaks. These accommodations do level the playing field for many test takers, but they also raise the bar for everyone else. Simply put, more applicants are hitting higher scores. And here's what this means for you. You can't just aim for last year's LSAT median because those numbers are likely outdated by the time you see them. If you're applying to T14 law schools, you should set your sights on a 170 plus score, and even if you're not T14 bound, you'll still benefit from exceeding the increasingly competitive medians at mid-tier and regional law schools. Now at LSAT Unplugged, my team and I specialize in propelling students into that top score range through our live online classes, small group coaching, and private personalized one-on-one coaching sessions. We identify your weak spots, refine your strategy, and keep you focused on consistent improvement. If you're serious about aiming for the 170s, or you simply want the best possible score to maximize your scholarship dollars, you could check out the links below to book a call. We'd be glad to help you out. Now, the second big trend I want to share with you is the transition to online testing. The LSAT is online for virtually everyone, but you could take it at home remotely or in person at a Prometric testing center. And while this offers flexibility, it also adds a layer of complexity. Technical glitches, internet connectivity issues, and proctor interruptions can become big hurdles if you're not prepared. Now, here's a pro tip for you if you're taking the LSAT remotely. You want to communicate with your proctor before the test begins. Ask them to pause the clock if they need to interrupt you for any reason at all. Instead, if possible, I'd recommend taking the LSAT in person at a Prometric testing center so you're not reliant on your own internet connection and you're less likely to have issues with the proctors. You also want to practice how you'll actually take the exam on test day. Don't take your practice tests on paper if you'll be taking the LSAT on the computer. And you want to get comfortable with LSAC's Law Hub platform. It's the best way to simulate the real thing. And of course, at LSAT Unplugged, all of our practice material is online, so you can replicate exactly what you'll experience on LSAT test day itself. Now, the third big trend I want to share with you today is LSAC's global strategy shift. You may not know this, but LSAC recently decided to discontinue the LSAT India, a version tailored for Indian law schools. While this might sound like a minor change, it signals that LSAC is doubling down on markets like the US and Canada, where the LSAT has its biggest impact. Now, here's why this matters for you, even if you're taking the LSAT to apply to law schools in North America. LSAC's willingness to pivot indicates the LSAT may continue to evolve in unexpected ways. And so you want to stay up to date with reliable current resources. Textbooks from even a few years ago could be out of date given the removal of the logic games section after the June 2024 LSAT. And so you want to follow LSAC announcements, stay tuned to the LSAT Unplugged YouTube channel and podcast, and know that we update all of our resources in real time so that you're never blindsided by a new policy or a tweak to the LSAT format. Now, the fourth big trend I want to share with you is the fact of more frequent LSAT test dates giving you more opportunities to retake the LSAT. It wasn't too long ago that the LSAT was offered only 4 times a year. Now it's offered 8 times a year. This shift makes retaking the LSAT more common and often more necessary. You should know if you're retaking the LSAT that law schools do not average your scores, but rather they only consider your highest score on record. And so even a jump of just a couple of points can be the difference between a scholarship or paying full tuition, being accepted or being on the wait list. But repeated retakes without a strategic plan can damage your confidence and stagnate your progress. And so you want to approach each LSAT retake with a specific strategy, identifying exactly where you need to improve. You want to build your endurance by simulating test day conditions on a consistent basis. And you want to work with a coach or a structured course to make sure you're not just spinning your wheels. And so for that reason, at LSAT Unplugged, we craft personalized day-by-day study plans tailored to your specific needs, letting you know exactly what to do every single day to iron out your weaknesses, reinforce your strategies, and boost your confidence. And so if you need extra accountability or detailed one-on-one feedback, we've got that covered for you too. Again, check out the links below to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. Now, the fifth trend I want to share with you is the rising importance of targeted prep, because with competition at an all-time high, studying in a scattershot way just is not going to cut it. The days are gone when you could rely on a generic one-size-fits-all textbook and expect top results. Now, here's why targeted prep matters more now than ever before. The LSAT accommodations and the online testing format means more test takers are hitting peak performance. And as a result of that, law schools are raising their LSAT and their GPA medians. So every LSAT question you answer correctly is going to count more. You need to master specific question types, refine your timing strategy, and sharpen your critical thinking skills. Now, here's how to target your prep. Pinpoint exactly which question types or sections you struggle with, and spend your prep time addressing your weaknesses. You also want to track your performance across multiple tests, allowing you to better look for patterns in the questions you're missing, and use real, actual, official LSAT practice tests using LSAC's Law Hub with the exact same format that you'll experience on LSAT test day. And so these 5 trends, score inflation, online testing, LSAC's global pivot, more frequent test dates, and the need for targeted prep are reshaping law school admissions. But you don't want to be discouraged, because when you understand what's going on behind the scenes and you can adjust your strategy accordingly, you put yourself miles ahead of the competition. Now, if you're serious about getting into a top law school or getting the best possible scholarship offers at your target schools, again, you can check out the links below to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. And in the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.